Hey guys, what's up? It's ET, Eran Thomson here, creative director. If you don't already know, I've been doing creative portfolio reviews for creative professionals in the in the communication arts space to help transform people's portfolios into guaranteed gig getters. I have 4 levels of review on offer for you to choose from, starting with the bronze boomerang, which is free, to a silver skillet, a gold gull, and the titanium torch. And you can learn all about those at eranthomson.com/reviews. This review is a follow-up review for someone who's had a silver skillet review, which is a paid review. And this is from Matt Enger. He's an art director and designer. And this is his follow-up review. So we're going to get to look at his portfolio after he's already had a review and made some changes, and see if we can, how much of a difference we can tell, see if it feels more engaging, more powerful, more navigable, and positions him, elevates his position in the eyes of creative directors and potential clients and people that he might want to work with. Matt told me on the phone that he feels like he took about 85% of my feedback on board, which I think is pretty good. So I'm really excited to have a look and kind of see where he landed, and hopefully enjoy a dramatic shift in kind of perception and quality of the work. It's going to be really, really exciting. So without any further ado, let's get stuck in and check out Matt Enger's follow-up review. Okay, so let's see. Let's go. Whoops. We're going to go back to the homepage. That's usually a good place to start. Okay, cool. So one of the things I loved about Matt's portfolio when he first shared it with me is the cleanliness of this landing page. It puts the work front and center. The tile images are really nice and simple. You roll over them. It tells you exactly what you're looking at. So I think all that stuff is good. Hang on one second. I'm going to do my hyper mouse just so you guys can see where I'm at. Here we go. Hopefully now you can see my mouse a little bit better. So this looks relatively unchanged. I think there's fewer things than when I first looked at Matt's portfolio, but there's now also a bunch of new things, which I may or may not have mixed feelings about, because one of the comments I remember from last time was that it felt like there was too much, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 16. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 2. So that's 14 pieces. That feels like maybe a lot, unless they're all really, really awesome. But I can tell already just from memory, these bottom 2 here are new. This donut thing is new. The bus is new. I think the sandwich is new. So there's some new work in here, which is, well, it's just exciting to see. I guess we'll have a look at it. I also see that Matt took my advice in terms of how he ordered things in his portfolio. Because from memory, the Wrangler cowboy stuff was my favorite thing in the book. And he's put that first, which I think is a strong starting position. The Las Vegas Mob was really awesome, and he's put that second. So anyone kind of navigating this portfolio from start to finish is going to start strong, and then the second thing is going to be strong, and the third thing is going to be strong. And it'll be interesting to see what he did with the hospital, like little healthcare clinic one, which is this guy on the bike. So anyway, let's click through and see what we can notice, if we can notice any changes or improvements. Great. Okay, so one of the things that I thought was potentially a limitation of the theme that Matt was using was he had these hero images at the top that were sort of repetitive information, and also he was mocking up all his print ads as if they were really in magazines. And it didn't look bad, but it's not real. And I feel like now it's just the work is here front and center. I'm seeing the work first. So I love this change. This is really great. And I like these ads. I see he didn't take my advice about the multiple logos here, but like I said in my review, I think it works. This is just really nice art direction, good headlines. And I also think I think there were only 2, and my suggestion was to add a third. And here it is. Great. I wonder if I feel like these headlines might be different. You can lead a horse to water, but we're mostly pouring whiskey. That one I remember. Real cowboy country in the heart of the city. I can't remember, but I think the other line might have been better. Party as hard as you ride. Okay. Yeah. Well, at least there's three now, which I like. It makes it feel like a campaign. That's one of the things I always tell people is if you're putting your portfolio together and you have two of something, two is not a campaign. Three is a campaign. So if you can't come up with a great third one, then only show your best single one. So what Matt's done here is he's come up with a third execution to make this feel like a campaign. So I like that. Um, Mob Museum, great. Same thing here. He had pictures of the museum before and like signage and a whole bunch of stuff that just really wasn't about the idea. And here he's separated them out. So I'm only looking at one at a time. He's got rid of the featured image. He's got rid of the magazine mock-up. And these are just really nice, clean ads. And the work speaks for itself. Oh, and that's the other change, I think, is he had exclamations. Woohoo! He had explanations for everything at the top. And I always say, if you need to explain your work, it's not working hard enough. Like, if I saw this in a magazine, no one's going to pop out and be like, hey, this is a campaign for the museum, and it was really challenging brief because blah, 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 blah. I'm either going to respond to it positively or not. And I feel like it's the same thing in your book. People are going to have a gut reaction to your work, and you don't want anything get in the way of it. So I like these changes. I think that it's much stronger. Scholar path. Right, I remember these. So before these had a lot of body copy and that kind of over-explained the thing. And I feel like now they're much simpler and cleaner and gettable. I remember saying that oh no and uh-oh is kind of the same thing. And I think I even had some suggestions. Oh, here we go. Yes, these were the suggestions I had. Help, right? And fuck. I love this fuck. The fuck is the best one to me. So nice work. I'm glad you took those suggestions on board. Again, 3 is a campaign. And with uh-oh and oh no being basically the same, I would probably get rid of oh no. Because, uh-oh, help, and fuck are good. I mean, you could make this all swear words too, right? The classic 4-letter words. You can make it SH, scratch, 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 T. You can make it C, scratch, 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 and T. I don't know. Like, that feels infinitely more fun and brave, but this is a massive improvement, and I think pick 3. Quick care calamity. Yes, I remember this. Again, there was a whole bunch of stuff here when he presented it before. There was an explanation. I can't remember. There was just a ton of things here. And there was other parts of the campaign too. Like I seem to remember one where a woman was like hammering on a wall, and maybe there was another TV spot where a woman was on a ladder. So here you've chosen the single best TV spot and the single best print. Nice. Yeah. And you tightened up the print as well. So my suggestion was the bottom of this campaign before had like a whole lot of stuff crammed into it. This is much faster. Forgive the pun, but it's quicker. So again, great improvement. If you wanted to simplify them even more, you could probably get rid of the phone number, just have a URL. But yeah, and I can see you didn't quite take all of the suggestions here because I feel like, again, I'm going from memory, but I think calamity around the corner, I was suggesting maybe you could break that up. Calamity could be around the corner, and then it goes, so we're around the corner too down below. But look, already this is a massive, massive improvement. So nice work. What else we got? Pop's Philly steak. So this definitely wasn't in your book before. So let's look at these. The closest thing to a salad we can offer. Okay, what's this for? Pops, Philly steaks, pop. Okay. Oh, I see what. Oh, right. Okay. I get it now. It's a picture of the building, but for some reason, part of it is kind of got a red layer over it, and then there's the roof, and then there's is that like a sign on the roof, or is it a design element you've added? This is confusing. I would tidy this up. I'm not sure what, the red is, I guess the red is a design choice to kind of play off the color of the typography, which is cool. But the Pops open 24 hours, Pops, it's like the logo twice, right? Also, Pops Philly cheesesteaks, that's not a cheesesteak, right? I went to high school in Philly. I know what a cheesesteak is. Sincerely tasty cheesesteaks and other fried foods, but you're showing me something that's neither a cheesesteak nor fried. So this tagline is doesn't quite work, and the doubling up of the name and the logo and the cheesesteaks, I think that just needs to be tidied up. Maybe don't show the building. Maybe just use the Pops logo. I'm not sure. I'm seeing this for the first time here, and I'm guessing you need to tighten up that tagline so it's not so specific, or just get rid of it. You know, you don't always need a tagline or a subhead, right? Closest thing to a salad we can offer: Pops cheesesteaks. You know, I get it. So maybe that's a way to something to think about. But really, the Pops open 24 hours Pops is confusing because you're just repeating information. But you probably do need the cheesesteaks or Philly steaks in there, because otherwise, what the hell is Pops? I guess it's a sandwich shop. Yeah, I'm thinking this through. All you really need is a picture of the place. You know, the other idea is you could trim the billboard off if that is a billboard that's in the original photo that says Pops Philly Steaks open 24 hours, you could just Photoshop that off and have the picture of the place that says Pops, and people would get it. You'll be calling us Daddy when you're done. Who am I calling Daddy now? Why will I be calling them Daddy? Like, is that a sex joke? Like, this meat I'm gonna get beat by the meat? I don't know. I don't get it. It's like, is it like a submission thing? Like, submit to the burger? I don't know. This headline doesn't quite work for me. It's got low calories, lots of them. Okay, it's kind of funny. I feel like this is not. Okay, so the attitude here is, man, we make cheesesteaks and fried food, and if you're not about that, then go get fucked, right? Is kind of the subtext here. But it feels like maybe the headlines could go even more strong, more aggressive, if that's actually what you're trying to do. This one works. This one, I don't quite get if it doesn't quite do that, and I'm not sure what it does. This one is feels like another, if you're worried about your waistline, go somewhere else. If you're worried about your waistline, have an onion. Yeah, I don't know. So I feel like the lines could be stronger here, and the payoff bit down in the bottom right could be clearer. Grant a Gift Autism Foundation. So this is another surprise one. This wasn't in the folio before. Oh my God, somebody's mowing the lawn right outside here. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm just going to adjust this microphone. Okay, our mission is to bring autism into focus for Nevadans. Grant a Gift Autism Foundation, Ackerman Center. Okay, it's the same thing 3 times. Okay, look, this is new, and I like that you're trying out some new stuff here. I sort of feel like it's a lot to take in, right? There's a clunky headline. There's a clunky logo with a lot of type and words. Then there's copy. I wonder if these could be simplified. Also, for your book, why does it have to be about Nevadans, right? Our mission is to bring autism into focus. Blam. If all I ever saw was that headline and your picture and a URL, that's a powerful piece of advertising, right? Our mission is to bring autism into focus. Grantgift.com. The end, right? If you want to add the body copy, that's okay, but make the headline shorter, get rid of the for Nevadans, and make the URL pop, and this works. If you want to keep the Ackerman Center, I mean, look at that logo. Grant a Gift Autism Foundation, Ackerman Center, in alliance with UNLV Health. That's it's so much, right? Why not just make it Ackerman Center, right? Our mission is to bring autism into focus. Ackerman Center, grantagift.com. All of a sudden, these get way better, way faster. It is the same thing 3 times, but I understand why you did it. Okay, score. I remember these. These were fun. Oh, there used to be 3 of these, and there was a bunch of ideas for headlines. I wish there were still 3 of these, and that there were cool headlines, because this is fun, aggressive, super cool stuff. There's also a ton of copy here. I think we talked about maybe changing the position of the logo and maybe cleaning up some of this stuff down at the bottom. So, uh, so that's, I'm sad to see that change. I feel like it was working harder before, and that these could still, this one or these, if you decide to put the other two back in, could still be improved. BLT burger. Yeah, these were super busy before, right? The name already is kind of weird, BLT burger. It's because BLT is already a sandwich. The tagline was weird. There was some copy I couldn't even read. There was so much stuff. I think there was a casino logo in here. Now, oh yeah, the line was like burgers made from burger or something confusing. This is way better, cleaner, faster, instant. Meet the new meat, BLT burger, unboring burgers. That's a new tagline. I think maybe I might have suggested you try. So yeah, I mean, it's my words, so of course I'm gonna like it. But these are so much faster, so much more interesting, and now I feel like they belong here. Whereas before I was a little bit uncertain. Oh wait, these have a different line. Burgers made with stuff besides burger. I'm not sure why you've done that. That's confusing. I think it's meet the new meat. Stick with that. It's fast. It's quick. It's clever. Fix these bottom two. Change those. Pick 3. I don't think you need 4. O-Face Donuts. Yes, I remember. This was design. This was originally in your design. Oh, right. That's another change. Ad work and design work. Nice job. Yeah, so before these were all kind of mixed, commingled and together, and it was quite confusing. By separating them out, now I know like how to judge what I'm looking at. I think that's really smart to have done that. So good one. And yeah, one of my suggestions was you've obviously got a good relationship with this guy. He gave you a recommendation before, and it would be really, really nice to see a campaign. Like donut ads to me are kind of like condoms and hot sauce and beer. It should be really easy to do a ton of really great ads for donuts, especially if you have a good relationship with the client. So Menage a Trois, okay. Oh, right, O-Face. I didn't get this before, I think, but I got it after I did the review, which is O-Face is orgasm face, and now these donuts are so good, they give you O-Face. I missed that completely the first time I saw this logo and packaging work you showed, but now that I get the intention of O-Face, Menage a Trois actually really works. This is a nice ad. Where's the other 2? Come on, man. You can come up with 2 more. This is just begging for a campaign. I feel like, really, really, come up with 2 more for this. It's too good not to. All right. Bar Canada. Okay, this looks exactly the same. It's got kind of 2 logos in there. I remember it didn't quite kind of make sense to me why they would have to be apologetically Canadian. I didn't really understand it. I had a bunch of ideas of what you might do with this existing imagery and the assets you've got to kind of make it feel more like a quick, gettable ad. I guess that didn't resonate with you, and that's all right. But I still don't feel like this is working as hard as some of the other stuff in your book without any of the suggested changes. It's a cool image, but that's kind of maybe it. So, yeah. The Deuce bus. Is that like the poop bus? Take a deuce? No. What is this? This is a new campaign. You're sneaking in more work, Matt. I know. I see you. I know what you're doing. All right. Tall, cool one. Get out of the heat and take a refreshing ride down the strip on the Deuce double decker. The type is weird. Get out of the heat and take a refreshing ride down the capital T, the strip. Is the strip always capitalized? I don't know. This feels weird. I would do a line break. I would just try to change the line break so it reads easier. Get out of the heat and take a refreshing ride down the strip. The Deuce double decker. That would work better. And maybe you don't need to say the Deuce double decker because you're showing me. I can see that it's a double decker. You could even just say get out of the heat and take a refreshing ride down the strip. The Deuce. $2 one way, $5 all day. And maybe you could even put the price below the logo. I don't know. Sounds like the mower is gone, which is nice. I apologize if that was awful for your ears. SPF 5000, right, because you're inside. Get out of the heat and take a cool ride down the strip. Yeah, same thing here. The strip that line break is weird and the capitalization throws me off. Antiperspirant. Get out of the heat and take a cool ride down. So is it get out of the heat? All three? Yeah, it is. Right. So people are going, it's hot in Vegas. Take the bus. These are okay. I don't love them as much as some of your other stuff. I feel like they show a different style and a kind of perspective on you as an art director. So I feel like it's okay. I think they could be tightened up a little bit though, uh, in terms of the body copy and possibly where you put the price. Uh, and I don't know if you need to say it's a double decker since you're showing me that. Yeah, these are okay. I remember this. I'm not going to watch it again. I also remember there was a ton of other stuff around it. So again, the cleanup of the presentation here really goes a long way. And you could maybe even do the same thing that you've done with this, with the healthcare clinic one, because really it's about that TV spot. The TV spot is good. The print ad is meh, right? So maybe you could just do that. You don't always have to put everything you did for a campaign in, and you only ever really want to show the stuff that you think is the best stuff. And remember, I always say good is the enemy of great. So keep that in mind as you're ruthlessly deciding what to put in your portfolio. You've done it again. You snuck in another new thing that wasn't in there before. What's this for? UNLV net UNLV.edu for season schedule. Nevada Conservatory Theater. Turn off the TV. Turn on to theater. Okay. Not coming soon on DVD. Nevada Conservatory Theater. Turn off the TV. Turn on to theater. Okay. Let me come back to that. Where actors came before reality TV. Okay. A little role playing can spice up your sex life. Okay, like I feel like these are what you're trying to do is, wait, is it a different line for each one? No, turn off the TV, turn on to theater. Okay, so basically what your tagline tells me you're trying to do is get people to stop watching TV and come to the theater, right? It's pretty blatantly clear. This one does that, right? Not coming soon on DVD. DVD maybe is a little bit dated depending on your audience. It'd be like not streaming anytime soon. Could be another one. So that one kind of works. Where actors came from before reality TV, the theater. I think that's what you mean, but because it's Nevada, there's a disconnect there. Like, oh, actors come from Hollywood, actors come from California, and you're Nevada. So again, I could be overthinking it, but that's just like a gut confusion I had. Like, actors come from Nevada before they go to Hollywood, or I think what you mean is they come from the theater before they used to come from the theater and now they come from reality TV, right? So this one, I feel like maybe there's a tweak. I don't have it off the tip of my tongue here or top of my head, but from see actors on a stage, a real stage, the original reality TV or something like that. Maybe there's something funny in that idea. And then a little role playing can spice up your sex life. This one just comes out of left field. Like, unless this was for a specific show, like I get it. The actors are playing roles, but why is that going to spice up my sex life? Yeah, this one just there's a missing. You haven't closed the loop for me on this one. Like, if it said like a little role playing can spice up your sex life, and the payoff was Nevada Conservatory Theater, X-rated acting classes for adults, that headline works. But right now, it's just like you trying to tell me that by coming to watch a theater show, I'm gonna get more booty at home. I don't buy it. So, yeah. So I'm not sure about these. There's also, again, a lot of words, right? Think about, there's a lot of words on this ticket that I'm not reading, but there's still what I call cognitive load, right? I'm still processing Nevada Conservatory Theater at NLV, Judy something theater, section mezzanine, row B, seat, all that text that's there to make the ticket look real, which is cool. The headline pops as it should, but there's a lot to look at there. And then there's a 3 Nevada Conservatory Theater, like a 12 or 13 syllable payoff plus the tagline. It's a lot. Plus there's all that copy underneath the UNLV logo. I just wonder if you could tidy it up a bit. Maybe get rid of the .net.unlv.edu for season schedule and just have the logo. Maybe get rid of the UNLV and just have the theater logo that you already have in the ticket. Maybe you don't even need that down the bottom right at all because it's already on the ticket, right? God, yeah, just get rid of it. And then you have not coming soon on DVD, Nevada Conservatory Theater. Turn off the TV, turn on the theater. Done. Maybe, there's probably a URL on that ticket somewhere, or you could put one. Anyway, I'm reacting to this in real time, and that's what I think. Okay, UNLV recruitment posters. I don't remember these either. Man, you snuck in a whole bunch of new work. All right. Okay, what liberal arts do I want to, what do I want to be? Plan my future. Play sports, join a group. Liberal arts or just arts law school, live on campus, who am I? I don't get it. This feels like design work, not ad work. Maybe you accidentally chuck this in your ad work section, but if you want to keep it, I'd put it as design work because it doesn't feel like an ad, and they're hard to read. Yeah, they're not uninteresting, but I'm not sure if I was a student or a potential student, like if I would see these and be like, yeah, I want to go to UNLV after seeing them. The closest thing I can think is that by illustrating this kind of train of thought / mind, state of mind that maybe someone feels like, oh, they really get me, and maybe I'll go to their website. But yeah, this feels like design rather than ad work. Okay. Design work. Again, great job separating it out. Ooh, all right. Simplified this and made less of them. Cool. I'm always a fan of less is more. Here's the OFE stuff. Yep, this is great. Much cleaner and more nicely presented than before. So I like that. I still think you got to do 2 more in that campaign. Menage a trois plus 2 more. Come on. Catch the show before you bet. Yeah. This had a lot of explanation and stuff before it. Now it's just the image and then how it appeared, which I think is okay. Could be a bit redundant. Maybe you only need to show one of these 2 images. If you want people to be able to read the copy, then it's the top one, but that's cool. Fumo, I remember this because I couldn't remember if fumo meant smoke, which it's actually humo, I think is smoke, but cool. Yeah, again, much cleaner presentation, easier to get through. No explanation. Same here. This had all kinds of stuff. This is great. Much, much less. Container Park. Oh, yeah, we were trying to figure out how to make this into ads because the illustrations were nice. So, okay, rather than trying to make them ads, you've just left them as standalone design pieces. That's totally cool. And the breeders, yep, I remember these. These look all kind of the same, but maybe you've reduced them. There were heaps more before, so obviously you've chosen your favorites, which I think is great. This is enough. 6 posters is great. Logos. Yeah, with logos, there were heaps of these things. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, so still quite a few here. And maybe a new one. I don't remember that Gorsuch ski one. Cool. All right. So, I mean, you obviously really like your logos. You want to keep them in the mix. That's fine. At least they're separated out, and you've, chosen fewer, which I think is good. So we talked about Bill T. Burgers. Oh, you got rid of this City of Las Vegas stuff, I noticed. The Score car campaign, man, I really would love to see the other 2 back in the mix with some good headlines. So I'm missing those. And I still think you could clean them up a little bit in terms of all that copy down at the bottom. And what other changes? You got down here at the bottom, I think you had like elsewhere or something. So just getting rid of that and leaving the icons, I think is smart. How do I get up here? About, okay. Yeah, you had a comment down here, I think, about like, I'm not photogenic or something. This is great. This is better. And now you're talking about yourself and the rewarding nature of the work rather than kind of telling everyone that you do great work. So I think that's an improvement. And I think also you had like every place you've worked and maybe even a whole long list of clients, and getting rid of those, I think, makes it feel just so much easier and like less to read. Also, I like the subtle nature of currently, because currently implies not forever, right? So anybody seeing this will be like, maybe Matt is open to other things, and it's subtle, but I appreciate it. I think it's clever. So clients, oh yeah, and then there was kind words. That used to be opinions, because I was fooled into thinking it was your blog and you were going to write about advertising and design, but instead it was testimonials. So kind words is a nice way of reframing that, and it's better now. Could be cool to see photographs of these people, maybe, just to kind of, there's landing page 101, and one of the things they always say is a testimonial with a photo always feels more authentic and real. And so if you can get images of these people, maybe that might be a little thing to consider. But I like that. And then contact, drop a line and let's talk. Yes. So before, this was something like, let's party. And which I think I said was like, because you're in Vegas, especially because you're in Vegas, it could come across as a bit like unprofessional and woohoo. So I think this is better than that. And that takes us back to Go. So Matt, well done, man. You've obviously I would say, yeah, you're right. About 85% of the feedback I gave seems like it was heard and taken on board. There's obviously a bunch of new stuff here. And I think there's some tweaks and finessing that could be done to the new work to make it even stronger. But overall, I think, this is a massive improvement. And yeah, you should be proud. I always say your portfolio is never done. There's always more work to do. But that's just the permanent kind of state of things, right? You're just never ever done working on your portfolio. When you always have new work you want to add. You always have ideas for old work that you want to tweak. But the most important thing here is that you're open to the idea of hearing opinions and perspectives on your work and deciding which of those things resonates with you, and then doing the hard work to make the changes to make your portfolio better and put yourself into a better position to get the kind of work and jobs that you want. So well done, Matt. I think it's great. That's it. I don't have anything more to say, man. I thank you for allowing me to have another look at your portfolio. It's been a pleasure to see the changes, and I hope that you continue to thrive and blossom as a designer and art director and find some joy moving forward in your career. If you're watching this and you're not Matt Enger, then please know that I would love to look at your work and give you as much helpful feedback as I can. You can learn all about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it at eranthomson.com/reviews. This has been a follow-up review, but I also have Silver Skillet, Gold Gull, Titanium Torch, and if you want a free 10-minute review, that's the Bronze Boomerang. Again, go to the website and you can figure out which one of those reviews is right for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll link to Matt's original Silver Skillet review in the comments and down below.